Hello and welcome back. It's Thursday, 9 o'clock, sales video. I made the video yesterday in the vertical orientation. After doing the editing is a different story, but watching it after it's posted, now I see why people do the landscape. That was pretty annoying to watch. The point still got through that's how I organize and put the CDs away, and same thing would apply to the DVDs, just a little different. Everything always just goes right in the front. And books is relatively the same, but I usually do, again, like 30 of them, 40 of them at a time. That way, just my reasoning. Not really. Now it decides to not. It was just pouring like 5 seconds before I started this. But it's going to rain all day up until like 3 or 4 o'clock. So if it's pretty decent after 4, I'll go run down to like Savers or somewhere and go get what I can at a couple stops before it turned into 90 to high 90s for the next maybe week, a little less. Even what most people will call a death pile, I don't run a death pile. Some of the things I may have maybe sitting there for a week. Books, I'll wait till I get 25 or 30 in a box, and then I do all those at once, and then those will sit after they're listed. Sometimes I'll put them away then. Oh, and I didn't even pre-get anything, so it's going to be going back to the older videos. The only thing I did get was this Morbid Angel, and if I remember right, it's $24 from yesterday. So I guess let's find out what the other stuff is. This double feature Blu-ray 12. This older 1954 Wales and Women book 46. Colonial Christmas CD 29. This Doc Martin Series 7 DVD 15. Another one of the Three Investigators hardcover books. Secret of Phantom Lake 36. Kid Wicked. It's a local band from back whenever ago. $30. The Essential Roseanne Cash 2-disc CD set, $11. I thought when I got this it would have been a lot more. But after coming home and typing stuff up, looking things up, sometimes that happens. Baldur's Gate and a gatefold. That's the original one. $20. Queens of the Stone Age, sealed, 18. Kepe Guli CD, 11. Royal Opera House, Opus Artie. A Winter's Tale, UK import. Winter's Tale. And Winter's Tale DVD 24. So that's 12 orders, 283 in sales, 275 product cost received. So that is, you take the fees and everything out of that. So roughly, if we do, it's probably 200 net after shipping and the fees on that one. So that's at a minimum, if I, or the calculation, however you want to do it, with the physical media, the shipping, the final value fees, any fees that would be associated with any items that sold off of the promoted. Not all, so all of my items are promoted, but like 40% sell via promoted. Right, so if you're not familiar with how promoted works, I'm not going to get into the carrots and the kernels and all that. Not every sale, if you have everything promoted and you sell something, it's not always charged to promote it. That's kind of a misnomer that a lot of people have. And I'm saying this to people who are new here or may just kind of stumble upon and fast forward just to that part. And then any offsite fees that are accrued, although they may not be for any of these, it still falls right around 33%. So on a $200 sales day, if there's no international in there, now the sun's blasting through here. To do 33%, $66. From that is 130 times 7. You can kind of see the math on where that's about a grand payout, and that's just doing a minimum of pretty much 200 in sales, not including the other things. So your product cost received still hits that 200 mark. That's where that math is more accurate, but I'm not doing exact accurate math. This is more tentative, suggestive math to kind of think of what can you do to promote yourself, not eBay promote, but to promote yourself to maybe have more sales, and that you can get 1,500 a week. And if you get 1,500 a week in the physical media categories, you're going to have a payout of roughly 1,000 a week, and that should pan out fairly well for some people, not all people, depending where you live. If you live in Manhattan, Vegas, LA area, California in general, Hawaii, 1,000 a week, that's probably not going to suffice a whole lot. That's more like something that's a hobby, a small hobby. Now, where I'm up at in Northeast Ohio, where I'm at up here in Northeast Ohio, Ohio is, at least this area, and Ohio in general is not an expensive place to live. There are expensive places, but then you get right off the highways: Seven Hills, Orange, Beechwood, Solon. A lot of these, the mean house is 700,000. And so it's just not the. I'm just rambling. So the rain has stopped. I'm gonna have to check the radar to see if it's gonna stay stopped. But at least what I looked at yesterday for the forecast, it showed it was going to rain for quite a bit. So that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Thumbie thingy, comment thingy, sub thingy, share thingy, a ring a dingy. I'll see you later thingy. Appreciate it. Thank you.